Welcome back to another episode of Off-Road Hub. My name is Ken. Be sure to check out all my videos for pretty awesome off-road content. Today we are still in the Elbe Hills OHV area near Elbe, Washington. And today we're going to do the Busywild Trail, which is supposed to be this little area's most difficult trail. And I believe it. It looks like it. This is the beginning. You can see how dug out this trail is, and supposedly a lot of it is like that. It might start raining today, which would really put a damper on things, but I think we'll make it through. So let's see what Busywild has to offer. Here's the Busywild Trail. It's a one-way loop that is run counterclockwise. I started here in the southeast corner, which is where the wild part of Busywild starts. I completed the first 1.9 miles of the trail loop and exited here on the north end. That took 6 hours. This 1.9 miles is the hard part of Busywild, while the remaining portion is sometimes referred to as Easy Wild, but I'm sure it isn't actually easy. Attempting this trail was a mistake. The Rainier Vista Trail was rated as being difficult, just like Busywild, so I thought I'd be okay. But Busywild is a whole different category of difficult. If Busywild is full of water, which it was for my trip, body damage is guaranteed. The format of this video is going to be a little different than my usual. I'm leaving in a lot of real-time video and doing extra narration because there's a lot going on. As the trail progressed, I really should have walked ahead just to see what was coming. Lesson learned. Very quickly, turning around is no longer a possibility. I have my wheels turned a little too far passenger here. I was avoiding the wall of roots on the driver's side. The bird songs make everything seem so peaceful, don't they? It's a good thing I'm so flexible and light on my feet. You can see here that I was fighting against this log. I was never going to make it up this without winching. The same log then made it impossible for me to open my door. It's not really the mud I'm getting stuck on here, it's the roots, the root systems that are a foot and a half, well, a foot to a foot and a half tall sticking out of the mud that I'm just getting caught up on. This little area over here was probably my last opportunity to turn around, but at this point I didn't really feel like the trail was prohibitively difficult, and of course I didn't go ahead to look, but I should have. When I say you couldn't go back, it's obstacles like this. Getting turned around would be impossible, and even if you could, winching back up this would be pretty much impossible. But getting it turned around was really the thing that was most impossible. So after coming down this, I'm fully committed to the trail. There's no way but forward. The camera's sitting on a tree stump that I'm also trying to drive over. Okay, here's the first really catastrophic obstacle. The thing that makes it most difficult is this log that I'm going to get hung up on and then have to drag myself off of. You'll see. And no, there was absolutely no way around the log. You have to go over the log. There's absolutely no other option. There I am, hung up. I even tried rocking the vehicle back and forth from inside, hoping that one of my tires would grab something. That wasn't gonna work, so I hooked up the winch and started pulling myself into the pit. Unfortunately, here I had hooked up to an old tree stump that just pulled right out of the ground. I got hooked up to this nice big tree. Of course, I had to walk through this mud pit to hook up the winch line. So trudging through the mud, slipping and falling in the mud, that was a thing on this trail. I forgot to take the winch out of neutral, of course. And down we go. Watch how my snorkel digs into the mud wall here. I'm pretty sure this is probably also where I broke my passenger side mirror. As you can see here, I'm also fighting with a gigantic tree root on my driver's side. That wasn't easy to get over. Once again, I'm unable to open my driver's door. still trying to get over that giant tree root here. My straps look funny here because my winch line was screwed up, of course. It had rolled up on itself, so it wasn't cooperating, so I couldn't pull out enough winch line, so I was trying to compensate with a combination of straps. Alright, here's where we enter a monster trench. It was honestly pretty scary.
Oh, there goes my tail light.
Yes, I got out and cleaned up the mess my taillight made.
Nice.
I don't have a camera mount that's mounted solid to the dashboard, so it does fall over a little bit here. Okay, it falls over a lot.
This is stupid.
Hey, there's my FJ Summit Trail Pass. Boy, it'd be nice to be there right at this moment. Those trails are a little bit friendlier. I'll fast forward to the part where I collapse my passenger door so you can hear what that sounds like with the glass breaking. Wasn't that a beautiful sound?
Wow.
Sorry if I sound a little frustrated here, but I was. But I kind of laugh about it now.
Wow. Why would you do that? Why would you put a rock there and a tree there?
Oh boy, I was feeling pretty frustrated here, and keeping in mind that these trails are kind of designed, that was just a thought that crossed my mind. Obviously that was done to make it more difficult. Okay, here we're coming up on a similar drop-off as before, except instead of a whole tree, it's just a giant tree stump in the middle of the 2-track that I have to go through and over. I wanted my driver wheel to climb over the stump so that I didn't get hung up on it. There was plenty of evidence of the difficulty of this trail by a bunch of parts laying around. I found this truck tailgate and decided to try to use it kind of like a Max Trax. I thought maybe I could put my driver wheel on that, put my passenger wheels on the stump, and get around the stump that way.
That could be bad.
That wasn't gonna work, so I moved my traction board over to the tree stump to put my driver wheel over that. Hopefully that would help me drive over the tree stump. So yeah, I'm totally hung up here again. Time to winch myself down again. I never thought I'd be winching myself downward, especially off these big drops. Oh, and my winch line is stuck again. Dang it. Right here, the FJ beeped at me. I've never heard this sound before or since. I have no idea what it was, but it didn't sound good. No lights came on or anything. All right, we're going to keep the audio here family friendly. How about a little random music? Check out the waterfall I made on the lower part of the screen there. It's amazing how the water followed me down this whole trail. Right here, I hit the gas instead of the brake. This was a huge drop-off into about 2 feet of water. I hiked back up the trail just a little bit and got that truck tailgate to try to use it as a traction board / bridge. I threw it down into the crevice here to try to decrease the extreme angle of the hole. I'm not sure it helped much. I thought I'd try to put my driver's wheel up on the ledge and that would somehow make the descent into the pit less stressful, but I changed my mind on that. It was just going to be crazy no matter what I did. Oh, and I crumple my driver's side front fender and driver's rear view mirror on this. I hope you can understand why I didn't want to be stuck here. I was nose down in a bunch of water, and my driver's door was up against a wall, so I was kind of trapped in the vehicle. I had to get out of that spot. I've decided to leave a bunch of this real-time video in of just the trail because it's kind of nonstop in terms of water holes and rocks and logs, just to let you see the whole trail. Pretty much just gonna let it play here in real time. There was a choice here to go down a dark path through woods, down a steep hill, or to the left, down a really rocky hill. So I got out and I walked ahead to see what each option was. See, I'm learning. I decided to take the dark path. So here I'm coming up on a rock garden that's been put in there for people to come and play on rocks. At this point, I wasn't really into playing in the rock garden, and there was I think there was about another half mile of the trail, but I stopped recording the trail at this point. It was starting to rain, and I was just ready to be done, you know. Well, that was dumb. That was just stupid. The Busywild Trail beat me big time. Yeah, I didn't do the whole thing. I took an early exit, not early enough. The trail is just crazy, and if it's wet, if the Busywild Trail is wet, you cannot take a vehicle on it without causing damage. I mean, it's guaranteed. So, yeah, if you're thinking about doing Busywild Trail ever, keep that in mind. When it's wet, maybe a buggy with like 40-inch tires. That's the kind of vehicle that you want to use for that, because that was insane. Took some damage. This fender here got crunched in a little bit. I bent this light a little bit. That's not a big deal. This mirror got destroyed. Got some body damage here on that door. And looks like I'll be going fender flareless because that fender flare got chewed up. Lost a tail light. Joined the FJ Cruiser Lost a Tail Light Club. That's not a big deal. On the other side, this passenger door is very crunched in, and the glass shattered. The glass is broken, and the mirror is cracked. Again, the mirror's not too big a deal. Door handle, I saved my silver door handles. I can reuse that. I'm going to paint that. But, yeah, that's going to have to go to a body shop because it doesn't open and close very well anymore. And it won't hold glass. It's going to have to get that sorted out. The ARB snorkel held up amazingly well. That thing was shoved into the wall super hard. I'm not sure a cheap eBay snorkel would have done that. I don't know. But I guess, you know, they're so cheap you can buy 10 of them, but yeah, so that's the damage. Uh-oh. That's falling out. Huh. Well, I'll take care of that later. So, I don't know if you've ever felt defeated by a trail, but majorly defeated. I've never worried about getting off of a trail before, and I was seriously worried that I wasn't going to make it off the trail without assistance, which would have been stupid. Yeah, sorry to be depressing, but that was crazy. So I hope you enjoyed watching me run into walls and fall off of cliffs. And hopefully we can get this stuff fixed ASAP, and we'll see you next time.